Hey y'all, real quick, I just want to say sorry about the brief delay in content for the past couple weeks, but just like with D&D, sometimes life gets in the way. I also want to thank all of you for the love and support. It truly means a lot. But I'm back, and this is a dope-ass transition to the intro. Now, I want to talk about something that a vast majority of us have been through before. You've thought of an exciting character concept, built their backstory, molding their personality, chose a class, subclass, the direction you want to take them, and all other aspects involved with character creation. In theory and on paper, they seem amazing. But in practice, after a few sessions, you find the character is lacking something, causing you to lose interest. Not a big deal. It happens. So, after creating a new character, you go to your DM and they find a narratively appropriate way to pluck out your old PC and introduce your new one. Bada bing, bada boom. Easy peasy. Well, in today's story, that transition does not go as planned when an obnoxious player throws a fit at the table. It's weird. It's really weird. Oh man, I'm Big Jesse, and without further ado, let's get into it. This was a story about a cleric who made my brain glow in anger, generating a new dimension. But before we get there, let me set the scene. To keep it simple, I was playing a monk, and to me it was boring. I just felt so weak compared to the party. So I went to the DM with my issue saying, hey, I'll probably be changing my character. Mechanically, I'm not really feeling the build and I'm finding myself bored. My DM agreed to the character swap and offered to give my monk the standard sacrifice for the greater good scenario. That way my character's final chapter would be one of a hero's ending, which was not only what I wanted, but was also narratively cool. So when all was said and done, that's what we agreed to and what we set in place. We also gave hints to the other players, and clearly everyone accepted it. Well, almost everyone. Now, everything I've told you up to this point was the foundation, the building blocks to the real tale I wanted to share with you. What follows is where and how our story truly begins, right after my monk makes the ultimate sacrifice and epically falls. Her life force fades, and because of her sacrifice, so does the danger surrounding the situation. We pick up here as the party reconvenes around their fallen ally. I will not allow our ally to fall in such a way. The cleric approaches the corpse and proceeds to revive her. In response, I tell him my character is not willing, which fell on deaf ears because no matter how I worded it, his response would be the same. That's metagaming. Your character wouldn't want that. This goes back and forth for far too long, almost an hour, until the DM pounded his fist to the table, gaining everyone's attention to tell the cleric no, the revive fails. This should have been the punctuation to end the conversation, the argument, but it was instead followed by the cleric going on a rant. I won't bore you with the details, but the short form was, what about your character's failings? I'll get consequences if I fail to revive her. I began to get upset because of the rude way he was speaking to us. I allowed my emotions to get the better of me and straight up said, if you revive my character, I will kill her until you can't revive her anymore. We decided to stop the session at this point, giving everyone a chance to take a beat. Jumping in real quick to say, if you're not subscribed, subscribe. It's free. All right, let's get back at it. Fast forward to the next day, and I decided to start discussing my plans for my next character, a wizard that materialized fantastical objects to cast spells. I've wanted to play this character concept for a while now and was inspired because I'm a huge fan of witches. Although this was a new day and a new conversation, the cleric chose to pick up right where he left off, saying,
"This is metagaming, because if you could create objects, you could keep selling them forever."
And then followed up by saying, and I quote,
"My character is divine. He would kill your witch for being demonic."
"Oh, he would he, cleric? Please, do tell. How would your cleric know that this was a demonic witch, huh? Puzzles we have." That was that was a terrible Yoda. I'm sorry, you guys, but that sounds awfully like metagaming to me. I mean, if that were the case, if she was a demonic witch, which she wasn't. My character wasn't demonic at all, and why the fuck would I sell objects if it's just for flavoring or if my character was attached to them? Not including the fact that they're objects made up of magical energy, so it's not like she could just sell them anyways. At the end of the day, it's the DM's decision, and they decided to allow my character, which in turn made the cleric that much angrier. Even the paladin jumped in, saying, "Cleric, if you attack her PC for no reason, I will protect her. Besides, the DM said no PvP allowed."
That's metagaming. As a divine warrior, you should support me. And another thing, no PvP is metagaming. My character doesn't know about this rule.
Another one of the party members spoke up, saying, "Well, I'm a warlock, and my character will attack you, and that's not metagaming." He was of the Fae and not demonic, but it was still funny. This went on for another hour until we finally asked the DM to just kick the cleric, because honestly, what else were we supposed to do?
That's metagaming. You cannot just do that. My character has no reason to leave the party.
And with that, the cleric was kicked for good. He followed this justifiable boot by sending me a barrage of texts, insulting my drawing skills. I usually draw my characters, and saying I should just be ashamed for breaking the rules. I blocked him immediately. Hey guys, Editor Jesse here, jumping in to say that my computer has been giving me technical difficulties as of late, and it has been troubling me this week. So real quick, my birthday's coming up. I bought myself a birthday present. I'm getting a fucking beast of a rig, baby. So these kind of issues won't happen more in the future. So my little cartoon dude, I don't have the ability to move him for the rest of the episode. Acting up. It just needed one more episode. I just needed to do one more. All right. I hope it's still enjoyable for you guys. Let's get back at it. Okay. Where to start with this one? A player that metagames at the table in an attempt to give their PC an edge is an issue. And if you find yourself in a game where it's happening and believe it should be addressed, please go to your DM and let them handle it. Part of the responsibility of being a DM is to handle situations like these. Just don't be this guy. Oh, man. With that said, now hear me out on this one before you crit me in the comments. I do believe there is an acceptable amount of metagaming in every campaign. Nope, stick with me here. It could be the unwritten rule that the party works together, even if outside of the campaign, the PCs would never team up with each other, and it doesn't make any sense that they do. Or when the selfish thieving rogue splits party loot equally, even if they never have or never would outside of the group. Or that lawful good paladin not running to the guards every time the party breaks the law. Most of the time, metagaming shouldn't happen and is toxic at the table. A player that does it in order to give some kind of edge to their PC is shitty. But acceptable metagaming is done to ensure everyone has fun at the table and party goals continue to get accomplished. all of the metagaming that happened in this story, for the most part, fell into the acceptable category. Now, I might be digging my own grave with this one, but let me know down in the comments if you agree or disagree. Now, as far as character creation goes, at my table, I encourage players to flavor their characters however they want, as long as it doesn't change the mechanics of the game. That witch sounded like an awesome character concept, and with a guideline or two to ensure it wouldn't get abused or change the mechanics, I would have not only allowed it at my table, but would have celebrated this player's out-of-the-box creative flavoring. Now, what'd I tell you about that dude, right? Shit was weird. Now, if you enjoyed this video, give it a like, and if you're not subscribed, subscribe. It's free. If you'd like to recommend a story, tell one of your own, or just say hi, come join the Discord. Link is in the description. Thank you so much for watching. Later.